Hey everyone, my name is Gene. I'm a graphic designer and I'm an illustrator. I've been working in the industry for about 15 years now. And today I'm going to show you how to draw a Halloween graveyard. We're going to start out with just some simple shapes, and we're going to keep it as easy and basic as possible for you. Alright, so this one's going to be real easy. We're going to draw a bunch of upside down U's. So here are the shapes we're going to use in this one. So upside down U, and we'll close off the bottom. And then you want to get good at drawing essentially rectangle shapes. So we can do some rectangles, and then if you could do one rectangle, you can do another rectangle. Okay, and then just go in here and erase these lines. Remember, use a pencil to start. In fact, I'll pick up this pencil real quick to show you. So here we go. Let's pretend that, say, this part here is the graveyard. And then we're going to do a bunch of upside down U's. And do them different sizes, different places. Okay, now I'm just going to go back in here with a pen real quick. Fill these in. This is real simple. You should easily be able to do this no matter how old you are. A bunch of upside down U's. If you can draw a U and you can draw a line, doesn't even have to be a straight line. See how that's a little curve? No big deal, because guess what? This one might have, here's another U. I'm just going to give this a little like kind of dotted U here. This one was just freshly dug. So that's why this has got a little hump here. It's not a straight line because there's sand right here in front. And so maybe there's some grass over here, which is just a bunch of straight lines. But there's no grass on this because here, maybe there's some flowers, straight line, little circle, and a bunch of more U's. U's are your friends here. All right, so there's Frank N. Stein. Right there. That's where he's buried. And then we're going to get back to this rectangle guy right here. We'll just plop a rectangle. I'm going to do it with pencil first, remember. Plop a rectangle right here in the center. I'm going to cut it off at the bottom. And then another rectangle across. And then I'm going to come in here with my pen. And I'm just going to darken some of these lines so they're easier for you to see. And then if you want, you can also come in afterward with an eraser and get rid of all those little pencil lines. Now, let me just show you something real quick, because this is a real simple project that you can do really quickly. And then this line was our horizon line. Like, this is like where the field ends, right? So maybe there's some grass up here. I'm just going to do a couple little lines, a couple little things. Don't get too concerned with like how neat these little lines are, because you just want to indicate some grass here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once you get good at all these simple little shapes, you can come back in here and using the same simple shapes, give it a little bit of detail. So here I go, and I'm putting some, there's that U again, but now I'm just going to put another line up. Maybe we'll put two lines here, and then maybe we'll do our rectangles and put the cross here. Right? So art essentially is just building in layers, Okay, we'll put a circle right here. Put a circle right here. And now, instead of just a plain cross, maybe this is where Dracula's buried. Dracula. U is his middle name. Now, instead of just a plain straight cross, we got some more rectangles. Now you got a little bit of detail to it, and it looks a little cooler. If you want, you can do some shadowing, although it's probably nighttime, so maybe it's not shadows from the sun, it's shadows from the moon. And what you want to do in the shadow is pick a direction where your shadows are going to go. In this case, I'm picking that direction, and do all of your shadows in the same direction. Now from here, you're going to do another U shape, because remember, this is a U. So you want to do all your shadows in the same direction. And remember, this is a cross shape, right? So the shadow is going to be a cross shape. And this one's only going to go to here because that's where the field ends. And then this Frankenstein right here, he, even though he was just buried, his tombstone has a shadow as well. So there you go. And if you want to get really ambitious, you can draw a bunch of tree shapes back here, right? So we got a bunch of trees. Now trees are going to be a little bit more freeform. Maybe this is a little more advanced depending on how old you are, how long you've been drawing. But trees are always really scary. There's always a big scary forest in Halloween, so this could be really good too for your graveyard, just to make it a little scarier. And you can come in here, with a marker, just shade in all this darker area here, because it's nighttime. So here you go, you're just shading all this in. Now I'm only shading in, it's okay if you get a little bit here, because that'll be just like the grass, right? But I'm only shading in up to the trees. Don't color in the trees, because the trees will be, like the light will be hitting the trees. So the darkness here will be, you don't know what's in the darkness, right? So I'll shade in all this darkness here. And maybe, I'm not going to go through all of this, but maybe over here, maybe there's a pair of eyes looking out at you. So I'm just going to draw 2 circles. Remember, everything is simple, simple, simple shapes. So there's a pair of eyes here in this darkness. And you can go ahead and just color all that in between the trees. And remember to go just like that, give you a little outline. And there you have it. There is a Halloween graveyard. So go ahead and finish that up. Do as much detail or as little detail as you like. Fill in all of the shadow here, all the darkness. And you got a good little scene. So that's all there is to it, kids. Just keep all the basic shapes in mind, and the only difference between my graveyard and your graveyard and your friend's graveyard is just the person drawing it and how much detail that you want to add. But remember, it's all starting out with basic shapes. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.